A teenage transgender monster took a rifle and killed 19 elementary school children. Don't tell me to be quiet. If we don't start properly identifying the problem, there will never be a solution. Well, here's a Wild Bill bullet of truth for America. There is one group that is overwhelmingly responsible for the creation of these mass murderers, and that group is the Democrat Party. Everything they do is dedicated to tearing down America's moral standards at every level. Everything God says is evil, the Democrats are all for. Why are young people engaging in bloody acts of mass murder? I'll tell you why, and a lot of people are not going to like what I say. These crimes are being committed because the Christian principles upon which America was founded have been torn out of our public schools and replaced with Sodom and Gomorrah rebellion against God and His moral law. Public school students are being destroyed mentally, physically, and spiritually by the godless immorality of the Democrat Party, which totally dominates and controls public education. The Texas shooter is a product of the public schools. Now, as a member of the Black Robe Regiment, I am compelled to speak out against the wickedness that is destroying lives all across the country. Ephesians 5:11 says, "Take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them." As Christian men and women, we have a duty to expose the wicked agendas that are destroying our children. Sadly, very few Christian churches are willing to obey Ephesians 5:11. Most Christian pastors are too timid to risk triggering the anti-God mobs. Sunday sermons are carefully crafted so as not to offend wicked people. A few years ago, I spoke at a large men's group here in Daytona Beach. It was when the Supreme Court was poised to make gay marriage legal. I told those Christian men that the Supreme Court has no authority to mess with God's model of marriage. At that, one of the church elders stood up and said, "We don't get political around here." Really? The church that says we don't get political is a church that is saying we don't care about what is happening to our community. As a Christian man, I don't want to be a part of any church like that. Dietrich Bonhoeffer was a German pastor who stood with great courage against Adolf Hitler's Nazi regime. The Nazis eventually executed him for his courageous stand, but before they hanged him, he said this: "Silence in the face of evil is evil itself. God will not hold us guiltless. Not to speak is to speak. Not to act is to act." It's time for Christian men and women to speak out loud and clear against the monster makers. If you agree, then please subscribe at outlawschapel.com. And if you can, please become a monthly donor. This is Wild Bill for America. Thank you for watching, and America bless God again.